Hi, and good evening. We're appreciative that you have joined us this evening. We have a lot of information to give you. We are Amun-Ra BTO Incorporated, and we are the publishers of the American Sovereign Bulletin. We also have a lot of educational programs, processes that we do in-house to support our student base that are attempting to achieve their sovereignty, and that is our goal, is to also achieve our sovereignty as well as assist you in truly achieving yours. As you're going to see on the first slide here, we are working with redemption, reclamation, and resurrection. For there is no redemption of divine sovereignty without the will for reclamation of the higher estate. Only then can there be resurrection as the divine being with standing and status with sovereign authority. We are in the attempt to work through all of the processes that we have uncovered. There has been a lot of discovery and understanding and uncovering that has gone on in the last year and a half. Some brilliant people have spent a huge portion of their lives focusing on various parts of the process of what it takes to truly try and become sovereign in the eyes of the world. This process is detailed and it's ever changing because we are always uncovering more hidden secrets. We're going to go in a little bit to the history and where all of this came from. But right now, I just wanted to introduce you to the programs and the company and our philosophy and what we are really here to assist and do for our students. Our mission is to educate and entertain those who are interested in standing as their true person identity. And when we say the word person, person is a legal term that identifies as an entity. We are really going to become beings. And as we become beings and sovereign beings and divine beings, we work through the sovereign authority entrusted to us by the universal divine creator. So we want you to know that we have spent many years, the people that we work with in our consortium, our groups, individuals that we personally have known for many decades, as well as our own many years of research to collaborate this into a format that will allow you to work faster, easier, without spending all your life researching this stuff. You end up needing a degree in law, a master's degree in foreign affairs, PhDs in everything from Vatican law to international banking. So instead of trying to put everyone through the process of learning all this individually, we go out and do our research and work with people all over the country and indeed all over the world who are still after the same goal. Everyone is right. We're putting this together in a system that will allow us to present it to you in a way that you can use it every day, and in your world is another whole it's another whole thing to do. It takes a great amount of work to put these packages together. So as we move forward, you will see that we have several packages that we work with. Some of these are available now. Some of them will be available in the near future. We know you have a lot of questions, and we're going to try and answer as many as we can here. So the first package that we will be introducing later on this year, and probably in the summer or so, is the history package, where you will get to understand canon law, history, and the Holy See. And you will notice the play on words. There's a reason for that, and we'll get into this in a little bit. Then we're going to have the straw man package, which is the old UCC package that we are reformatting and reworking to better provide you with more access to more than just the Social Security Trust. Again, we'll get along in that in just a little bit. We will also have a divine will and indeed package. Now this is part of your redemption program. You'll need to do the straw man, the divine will and deed. They go hand in hand. And we're going to explain more of this about why the wills are so important and what this is all about. Then we have the tort and claim. This is the reclamation, where we're going to have to go over and go after those who are truly withholding our benefit from us. We have a commercial recovery package, which will help and assist students to the best of our ability and our connections in monetizing or finding ways to use the actual UCC1 funds that are created for them through a tort and claim package. The status of merit starts to establish your standing in an international level. And this is where we will be presenting birth certificates with apostilles on them and several other things that we will need to work with. And then, of course, we have our International Sovereign Association, which has been around many, many, many years, that will continue for and to work and support and growth. We have other services that are available, from notarial services to power of attorneys for our packages if students have a need for that. And, of course, we always have private consultations. They are by appointment, they are prepaid, and they are $50 per half hour. This helps if you have a special issue you're dealing with, and a lot of us can give you some hints, perhaps throw some specialized information your way. You need to have your questions done in advance and fax them over so we don't waste your time. We want to assist you as best we can, as quickly as we can. So that kind of gives us a basis of getting started here tonight. Now you're going to see in front of you the redemption, reclamation, and resurrection. It goes back to start with in the 1682 that governs the validity of trust. Now there's a little history that goes on, and of course this came out of England in 1666, which we will talk about down the road, that relates to what is known as the Third Crown. But as you will see here, trusts were developed a long time ago, and they actually go back all the way to the 1100s. And this is where we started splitting in England from the nobility into the actual landholders and the courts, and things started moving out from under the ownership of the crown. Okay, there is no redemption without reclamation, then resurrected in sovereign authority and divine being status. If you cannot go out and redeem and claim what's yours out there, if you can't redeem it, first you have to claim the redeeming of it, then you have to go do the reclamation of it, and then once you get your redemption and your reclamation, then you start working on being resurrected with your true sovereign authority and as a divine being in status. Now, the thing here that I'd like to point out to everyone is that you can go through all the steps. You can spend a lot of time learning, you can spend a lot of money, you can go through all the steps and still not be sovereign. You have to see yourself as truly a divine being with sovereign authority. You have to present yourself from that manner, because that is where they will hook you every time. They will try to make you, in whatever manner you're dealing with, we call it recontracted. So they're going to ask you trick questions, whether you're trying to get a Social Security number for the estate on an SS4 form, or whether you're trying to do something in a courtroom or even with the IRS. You will find that they will constantly be trying to trick you up. So it's really important that you understand your divine